Ms. Lozano, have we heard from Ms. Allen?
No, sir. Do you want me to try to call her office?
Yeah, let's see. It's 865-8741.
Judge, I'm not sure what invite she was looking at, but I just confirmed with her the correct ID for the meeting, and she'll be joining.
Okay. And, okay, while we're getting set up, this on the screen, it shows as Charlotte Shepherd, and I had you as Charlotte Cyrus. So what's the name we should refer to you by?
Shepherd is fine. I got divorced in 2007, and
Okay.
I was supposed to have my ID updated on yesterday, but I've been sick, so I didn't make it for my appointment.
Okay. So did you got your name changed back at the time of this divorce or another one?
Actually, you were my judge, and you said
Not sure if we lost you. Okay, so in this, well, I'm just trying to see if it's the same case. And the case we're hearing today that was back in 2011, looked like your name was changed to Charlotte Jackson. And so since that time, we married and divorced again? Hello?
I don't know if she accidentally muted herself. Let me try to send a message.
I'm here.
Okay, so like I said, I just want to get the right name. You know, this divorce was done in 2011. And in that case, your name was changed back to Charlotte Jackson. So are you saying since that time you got married and divorced again? Hello?
I've gotten remarried.
Okay,
I'm here. Can you hear me?
yeah. Okay, so is Shepherd the last
Since
name?
gotten remarried, I just need to update my information with the DPS.
Okay, so what's
And
your
I was
name?
saying I had an appointment with them on yesterday, but I've been sick, so I missed my appointment for yesterday. I have to reschedule.
Okay, so what is the name you're going by now?
Shepherd is fine.
Okay.
That's what I go by.
It looks like we lost her again.
Yeah. All right, so Miss Allen, we had Charlotte Shepherd as part of the Zoom, and then we lost her. So I'm assuming she's trying to get back in. Oop, and Miss Allen, you're muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. So
I've
we
I've
just-
got, I see Miss Livingston, the petitioner is not on. I have her in a computer in the back room, so I'll have to go get her.
okay. If you want to get her on, then we'll see if Miss Shepherd joins us again.
Okay.
All right, so I guess Miss Shepherd, if I can get you to unmute.
I'm here.
Okay, and are you gonna, Miss Shepherd, are you gonna be on video?
I can. I'm trying to learn how to do it from my phone.
All right, now we can see you. Okay, so are
Yes,
we,
sir.
all right, everybody, and have we heard, is Mr. Jerry Cyrus, have we heard from him? He was served but didn't answer.
That's correct.
Have you heard anything from Mr. Cyrus, Miss Allen?
No, I have not.
And Miss Shepherd, have you heard anything from Jerry Cyrus?
No, sir, I haven't.
Okay. All right, well then go ahead and proceed. I guess, Miss Allen, you ready to go?
Yes.
And Miss Shepherd, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, and this is clause number, let me. All right, this is clause number 2008 L4617 in the interest of Cyrus children. Miss Allen, if I can get you to announce and give us the name of your witnesses.
Okay. I'm Jan Allen, attorney for Bertha Livingston. And Bertha Livingston is present here and she is my only witness.
All right, and Miss Shepherd, if you would announce yourself.
I'm Charlotte Shepherd.
Okay.
And I'm present.
Okay, and you're the mother of the children, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, and I see Jerry Wayne Cyrus, the father of the children, was served, has not answered, and is not here. So Miss Shepherd, do you plan to give any testimony?
Yes, sir.
All right, so if I can get Miss Livingston and Miss Shepherd to raise your right hands. Do you and each of you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
I
sir.
do, yes.
All right, Miss Allen, what are you asking for today?
We're asking that custody be modified. Custody be modified and having Bertha Livingston be named managing conservator of the children. She's had these children in her possession since about 2011. And we're asking for child support for these children. And she's willing to give visitation rights, of course, to the parents.
Okay, are the children covered with insurance now?
Yes. Yes, they are.
Okay. And Miss Allen, do you know who covers them?
Yeah, it's Medicare, Medicaid.
All right. And Miss Shepherd, what are you asking for today?
I'm just asking for things to remain like for me, myself, I don't think that I should be like be given like a set visitation or anything like that, because the reason the circumstances are the way they are is because I was actually asked to leave my mother's house. I've been back there several times throughout the years that she's marking me as absent. I've tried to stay. I don't know how to explain it. It's like my kids and me, they wanted to be present because they wanted to voice their opinions, but 3 of them had school today. And my oldest, I don't know if she just wasn't able to like do the Zoom call or voice her opinion in her own words, but they send me emails that I would be willing to like email to either Miss Allen or to the court or whatever I have to do.
Okay. Well, right now, I just wanted to ask what you're asking for. So you're just asking that
But
that nothing changes.
that I can continue to.
Okay. And I couldn't hear what you said at the end.
Yes. Because I have no issue with because I have no issue with making sure that they have like their benefits or the things that they need.
And unfortunately, Ms. Shepherd, your connection is not good.
I don't want to change. Like I'm not going to take it away from my parents.
So Ms. Shepherd, your connection is not good, so you have to slow down because we're not getting all your words. So are you asking that the kids come back and stay with you?
I'm actually moving into my own place this month, coming up in April. I've been staying with my husband with his mother.
Okay, but do you want the kids to live with you or to stay with Miss Livingston?
If they're able to, like, I would love to have them with me, but I just don't want any tension between me and my mother. Like, I don't want to keep like going back and forth, or like, I don't want things to become venomous or to alter our relationship as mother and daughter.
Okay, well, but I just need to know today, are you asking that the kids stay with Miss Livingston or the kids come stay with you?
Today they could stay with her because they're finishing school there in Belleville.
Okay. Okay, so if the kids stay with your mother, are you opposed to paying child support?
No, sir. I'm not currently working because I've been sick.
All right.
For the past like 6 years. I'm even sick today just so that I'm able to feel.
Okay. And would you like to have a a certain schedule where times that the children would come and stay with you or visit you?
Whenever they want to come. I don't want them to feel like they can't come anytime that they want. Like I'm
So, Ms. Shepherd, can you hear me?
Sir, I'm here.
Okay. So, the way a court order works as far as visitation, there would be a certain weekend, let's say, that the kids would come visit you, and you and your mother could make an agreement anytime that they come see you at any other time. The two of you just have to agree on that. Is that something you're interested in or not?
Not.
Okay. And where do you live right now, Ms. Shepherd?
I live at 1406 9th Street in Hempstead, Texas.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Allen, I have you proceed, but it sort of sounds like, Ms. Shepherd is agreeable to the children staying with Ms. Livingston. It looks like it's the possession schedule that's at issue. I understand she says she'd pay minimum wage child support and the kids would be on Medicaid. So I think it's just the possession schedule that we're talking about. But Ms. Allen, you may proceed.
Okay. Miss Livingston, would you state your name and address for the court?
My name is Mrs. Bertha Jackson Livingston. I live at 11220 East Eckerd Road, Belleville, Texas, 77418.
And what relationship are you to the children, the subject of this suit?
I am the children's grandmother.
The maternal or paternal?
I'm the maternal grandmother for them.
Okay. And have you had actual care, custody, and control of these children since approximately 2011?
Yes, I have.
And during that time, have the parents visited with the children?
Yes, off and on. Very seldom Jerry would come. Every now and then Charlotte would come. I have to tell the truth about the facts about everything. I'm not trying to keep away from the kids, but she seldom ever came to visit the kids or see the kids. Every now and then I've had no support or no other way from them. I try, and she's always been welcome to come anytime. She could come back and she could see the kid, but she didn't come often enough for to be a mother, of the kids. So I've been had full, just had to take care of them all the way.
All right.
Mama,
Have you ever denied her access to the kids?
No, I haven't. I've never.
that is not true.
Okay, wait a second, Ms. Livingston. Ms. Shepherd, you'll be able to ask questions if you want, but right now let Ms. Allen ask questions. So go ahead, Ms. Allen.
Okay. So you've never denied her access to the kids?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever denied Mr. Cyrus access to the children?
No.
Would you think it would be good to have a schedule set up for a visit where they could come and visit at a certain time?
Well, I would like them, they could come and visit them. I would like to say they would come and visit them anytime when they can come and as often as they can come, if they would come. But you cannot say, tell me you're coming. Most of the time, every now and then, as I say, they come every now and then. Jerry never come. No birthdays, no Christmases. I'm being honest and telling the facts and the truth. No birthdays, no Christmases. Every now and then, Charlotte would come and visit them. She would come every now and then, visit them on their birthday. But Other than that, you know, they spend no quality time, real valuable quality time with the kids as mother and father.
Now, one of the children has turned 18. Is that correct? That would be Jordan Nicole Cyrus.
Yes, Jordan Noel.
Okay. And the rest of them are under 18.
Yes,
And have they been attending Belleville High School?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, what was that? Yes, ma'am. They're doing good right now because they was on the virtual learning and that wasn't going so well. So I put them back in regular school and they're doing good now.
Miss Allen, you're muted.
Yes, ma'am. I can't hear you.
Okay. Now I'm unmuted. So right now, Charlotte Shepherd is the mother and primary joint managing conservator of the children, and you'd like to be named managing conservator of the children. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I do everything for them anyway, and I've been doing it for years now. So
Okay. And is Jordan still living in your house even though she's
Yes.
over 18?
yes, ma'am. She's still there going to school, going to college at Blinn.
Okay. What's she studying in college?
But she's going for nursing.
So you'd like to be the one person who designates the primary residence of the children, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And-
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
And you also would like to be the one to have exclusive right to medical and dental and surgical treatments of the children?
Yes, ma'am. I've been there for all these many years, and when I take them now, they come to me with papers. I need legal things to have to show to them. Now, when I take them, Dariah have to go for her heart and stuff, and I have to have legal papers and things.
And they are covered by Medicaid insurance.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you get any other governmental benefits for these children?
Well, I get a small amount of TANF and food stamps.
Okay.
TANF and SNAP.
Okay. How much do you get in TANF?
In TANF, I get like a little bit over $200 a
Okay.
month for them.
And are you asking that Miss Shepherd pay child support in the amount according to minimum wage? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. Whatever she can do, because I know she had some real hard sick days, and I've been trying to go along and you know do for her and things I have to try to do. She's been really sick, and whatever she can do, if she can get some unemployment or whatever she can get to try to help with them, would be highly appreciated if she can do anything.
What about Mr. Cyrus? Do you think that he should be obligated to pay?
Yes, ma'am. I totally think that he should, because he's been able. He haven't been sick. He's been working. He give the kids nothing. He don't come see them. He don't do anything for those kids, nothing. And he's been able. He haven't been sick like the mother have. He been going to work, but he don't do anything. They never see him. He call them every now and then and say I'm coming. He never show up, and he's just gallivanting around doing things that he want to do. He don't want responsibility. I don't know why.
Okay, so you think it would be in the best interest of the children for them to remain in your home? Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. I think so, because as of right now, Charlotte don't have a stabilized place right now. She's with her husband and his mother, and things don't be going too well. You know, they can't go and live over there with them because she's there with her mother and in her house. In her house. And I don't feel like it'll be good and safe for them to go. And they don't have room enough. You know, that's what I would say. If she would have her own place, stuff like that, I wouldn't mind the kids going and staying, but I don't trust it as of right now, where she is.
I'll pass the witness.
Ms. Shepherd, do you have any questions you'd like to ask Ms. Livingston?
Could you repeat that?
Do you have any questions you'd like to ask Ms. Livingston?
I just wanted to like ask about why she would say that there was no denial of access when there have been times that I've had my own place and that I've come for my children, and she would tell me
Okay,
that
Ms. Shepherd, right now you ask her questions. So if you have a question you want to ask her, go ahead. You'll be able to give testimony later.
I'm just asking why would she say that there was never denial of access? Like that she's never said I couldn't have them. Like why would
Okay, so let her answer that question.
Well, I did let the kids go when she had her own apartment. I let them went and live with her a couple of times. She was working. She had a job then. She was working. She had her own apartment and things like that. And I did let them go stay with her a couple of times over there at that apartment. But then it didn't last long. So I kept the kids with me because she really wasn't stabilized, you know. And I didn't feel right for them to be going like that way, back and forth. And so they lived with me. They would go stay with her sometime, maybe like on a weekend or something. I would let them go. But after then, I just kept them steadily with me because she don't have a stabilized place. And they've been there with me for years. That's where it's home for them.
Ms. Shepherd, anything else?
I also wanted to ask her, like, why would she say that I've always been absent over these years? But I have, like, why would you say that I've never made myself available or that I've never, like, provided for them in any way when I have come home to be with them? I have given money. I have, like, I've done a lot of stuff that I'm not.
Okay, wait, you got to ask a question that she can answer. So is that your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Livingston, can you respond?
What was it now? Why I haven't received any money from Charlotte, being honest. If she gave them anything, she gave it to them. She didn't give it to me. And I have not stopped her. Never have I told her not to come visit the kids. I always beg her to come. I said, come and stay. If you just stay overnight, if you just stay one night, and the children beg her to, Mama, please stay tonight. Mama, please stay. She never stayed. And the baby cried. The baby cried many times when she come and leave. And she didn't want her mother to go, but she would leave anyway. Charlotte know I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth and facts. There's no reason for me not to. I'm telling the truth and the facts about everything. She have not been stable enough for those kids. I do the best I can, and I've always did, and I will continue to do that. And I love Charlotte, and I'm not trying to be harsh or anything or mean toward her. I beg her to stay overnight with the kids, 1 or 2 nights with us, help me with the room, with the clothes and everything. But it haven't happened, not yet. What else you want to know, Charlotte?
Ms. Shepherd, any other questions?
She must be feeling bad. I don't know. She's sick or something.
No, sir.
Do you have any other questions, Ms. Shepherd?
No, sir.
All right. Ms. Allen, anything else?
No, sir.
All right. And Ms. Allen, no other witnesses?
No other witnesses.
Okay. And so Ms. Shepherd, do you want to give testimony?
I need a minute. I'm hurting so. Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm in pain. I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you want to give any testimony or present any evidence?
But I do have like I said, I do have like the emails. I don't know if that's admissible or whatever from my kids, but I just wanted like to say that that I've had over the years told me not to go back and forth. Even this time, if I had my
Okay, Miss
sisters or my
Shepherd, you got
cousins,
Miss Shepherd, you got to slow
I've
down.
even got a
I can't hear what you're saying. So slow down a lot and start over again. We didn't hear anything you said.
I'm sorry, it dropped out. But I was saying that the last time that I went back home, my two oldest sisters and my cousins came and helped me to move home. And when I got to my mother's house, she said that I was able to come back home to be with my kids and to help, even though I was sick when they came to get me. She said it was okay for me to come home. So when I came home, she kept trying to send me to my sister's house. She was like, why can't she go stay with you? And my sister was like, what they hear with you and her children, like it's an issue, or there's like pressure, or I'm not doing enough, or I'm like, I get called all of this stuff. Like, she doesn't know that people can hear her when she's on the phone. Like, I'm not saying that my mother's a bad person, that it's just some things that the environment, that's what my 15-year-old Jorgis, she's suicidal. She has been for the past couple of years because she says that things that my mother says to them make them feel worthless. My oldest daughter feels the same way. She cuts herself. Like, the environment, like the words, the verbal abuse there, I know it for myself. I've been through it. That was one of the reasons that me and my mother didn't see eye to eye, because it's toxic. The things that she says, it breaks a person's spirit. And I don't know, I just want her to realize that the things that she says about people and to people, it hurts people and it pushes people away. Like, no one wants to be around someone like that, especially considering like who you are. You're my mother, you're a minister. And the way that you talk to us and about us, and even to my children, to tell them they're stupid or they have a retardation problem, or that you're going to them or hurt them, break them. And I do fault myself for not being there to protect them on that part, because I'm their mother and I'm supposed to protect them, keep them safe. But I haven't did that, and I know that. But the other, like, that's the biggest thing, that's why I haven't like wanted to give like legal guardianship to her or anything, because I know what it feels like to be in the house with her. I know what it does to you. I was suicidal at the same age as my children. My sister that's next to me was the same way, because my mother did the same thing to her. She just makes you feel. That's all I have to say. I just wanted to make sure that my kids got to say what they wanted to say, that their papers, the emails that they sent me, just for them to speak from their own selves, not from me or from my mother, but just to hear their side of things and what they go through.
All right, Miss Allen, any questions for Miss Shepherd?
No.
I want to say,
Okay. All right. And so
can I
Miss,
speak?
okay, just wait a second, Miss Livingston.
Okay.
So Miss Allen, do you have Miss Shepherd's email address?
No, I do not.
Okay. So Miss Shepherd, what's a good email?
It's Charlotte Shepherd 0.
Okay, you have to start over again. We heard Charlotte Shepherd, and what's after that?
0805 at gmail.com.
0805 Gmail.
So is that Charlotte Shepherd
Yes,
0805 at gmail.com?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, then, as far as the modification is
Oh.
concerned, I'll name Bertha Livingston as the sole managing conservator of the children. She'll have the right to designate the residents. There'll be a geographic restriction of Austin County and contiguous counties. Ms. Shepherd and Mr. Cyrus will each be obligated to pay minimum wage child support. Children will stay on Medicaid for insurance. Give Ms. Shepherd and Mr. Cyrus visitation on the first and third Saturdays of the month, starting at 6 o'clock through Sunday at 6 o'clock, or any other times it's agreed by the parties. So Ms. Allen, I'll have you prepare that decree. How much time will you need?
I will need till the 15th of April.
All right, so why don't we just have entry on Monday, the 19th.
Okay.
All right, so Ms. Shepherd, Ms. Allen will prepare a decree and she'll email that to you for you to review. If you think there's something that she put in the decree is not what I said, you get back with Ms. Allen.
Okay.
Anything else, Ms. Allen?
That's all, Your Honor. Thank you.
And anything else, Ms. Shepherd?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. You're all excused.
Thank you.
Judge, the next hearing is not going to be till 3:45, or at least that's when it's scheduled, because this hearing was scheduled for 2 hours.
All right. Guess before I let Dana in, do we have the files on those the other two? Did you say there's two?
It should be in the same, it should be in the same file. There was only one hearing set on 2020 L 7628.
Because I thought you said there were like two defaults.
That's what she said.
We'll get her on and find out.
Okay,
Something about that doesn't sound right.
yeah, because this seems like it's only about one kid.
Yeah. Oop, you're still muted.
Mute. Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you. Now, did you say, do you have a couple other cases that are defaults?
Yeah, so she has three, Miss Letts has three children with three
Okay.
separate orders. And so two of the children's last names is Bug, B-U-G-G.
Okay.
Those are no answer
Okay.
default.
But are those in a different cause number?
Yes, we have three cause numbers.
I only set for one, so I would need to go get the other.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I have the one for Natalie Sky.
Yeah, she's the one where he actually filed an answer.
Okay.
And so the other two, they are cause numbers 7626, 7627, and 7628.
Okay.
Sorry.
No problem.
Figured y'all be anxious to get out if we can
Yeah.
get two done before. I wonder, do they typically get on, the hearings when they've got notice of a hearing in jail?
Yeah, I've had some where I think these days the prison has computers set up just for these purposes.
Okay. Well, we shall see.
Yeah.
I guess if I was incarcerated, I'd probably be on it because it's something different.
Yeah, well, something to do. Now as I'm looking through here, where's his notice of this?
It's an email notice and I sent it, I copied Karina.
Okay.
I mean, I'll put on evidence that the prison, I called the prison that he's in. They gave me an email to send it to. Admittedly, it took me 3 times to type the email correctly, but I followed the Jill's instructions.
So we may want to get that and just file stamp it. So did Dana send you the email setting on the Lutz Kelsey case? Can you print that? Let's print it and file stamp it.
Okay.
Sure. Just in case. Sorry. Somebody comes in. Keep rolling. How long is Mr. Kelsey been incarcerated? At least 4?
Don't recall.
Approximately.
Something like that. When 21, so 20 was like 19. Might have been the beginning of 2019, or the beginning of 2018. I can't remember which one that he went in.
And we'll put this on the record once we get started, but is there a, like a SAPSR order? Or is there anything establishing?
The parent-child relationship, yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
And she's referenced the orders. She has started
Is
this
in it?
day.
Maybe it's in the petition. Let's see. Okay, is that 2018 L 7040? Yes. Okay. So, I mean, the only thing I'll put on the record is just to make sure that, you know, and again, is what's going to be, is it last name now Lutz or is it Bug?
Lutz. L-U-T-Z.
So as long as, you know, Ms. Lutz, you know, that the order, you know, whatever that order says, giving him any possession, visitation, whatever, you know, that's still in place. So
Correct. And
when-
she may turn around and file a petition to terminate at some
Okay.
point.
Okay.
She has grounds for termination, not for both dads.
Okay. But just, again, just realize that if he gets out of prison and, you know, if he gets first, third, and fifth weekend, I don't know what it is, but if he shows up and says,
Yeah, he doesn't get anything.
okay, no visitation at all? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I got
Mhm.
Thank you.
Well, he could tell
Well,
the
yeah.
possession order, but
and with the Bug,
mhm,
he's never tried to
mhm.
get any visitation. Kelsey's never tried to.
Okay, so Ms. Lozano printed out the email, so we'll file stamp that. I'm just looking on here for is it that Crystal.Wagner at DDCJ?
Yeah, and it's actually TDCJ, so the third time around,
Oh, okay.
I BCC'd her. I can print out the one that finally made it through.
Okay, I see there's one up here, Crystal.Wagner at TDCJ.texas.gov.
Yes, that was the correct one. There was one I did DDCJ, and then I did Gov, and I had an E on the end of the Gov by accident, and then the
Right.
third one I took out the E at the Gov and went through.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like the one that Ms. Lozano has the GOVE, so that one probably
Yep.
didn't go through.
Yes, I can print it and I have proposed orders. I have a certificate. I will e-file, I'll print an e-file.
Yeah, it'd probably be good to just have the file document that he got notice of this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we can go on the first two.
I've got it, but I just don't have it in front of me.
Okay, so does it matter which one you go first or want to go by
No.
number?
Let's
Okay.
go by number. We'll do 7626.
Okay. All right, so then this is cause number 2020L. Let me turn on the recording here. All right, I'll start over. It's cause number 2020L 7626. In the interest of Corbin Taylor Bug. Let me have everyone announce who's here. Ms. Baker.
My name is Dana Baker. I represent petitioner Karen Lutz, who is the mother of Corbin Taylor Bug.
Okay, and so Ms. Lutz, just announce your name.
My name is Karen Lutz.
Lutz, sorry.
I'll get you to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you may proceed.
Okay, now Ms. Lutz, you have filed a petition for name change for 3 of your children, correct?
Yes,
And the purpose of that name change is so that all 3 of your children will share the last name as you, Lutz, correct?
yes,
And prior to filing this petition for name change, you have resided in Austin County with the children, correct?
correct.
And Corbin Taylor Bug, his father is Billy Joe Bug, correct?
Yes,
And there is an order regarding those children in Collin County, correct?
yes,
And that's cause number 219-53564, 2008, correct?
yes,
And the purpose, well, let me ask this too. Is this child has also filed a consent to the name change with this court, correct?
yes,
And that was an exhibit to your original petition that you filed, correct?
yes.
Your Honor, I would ask the court to take judicial notice of the child's consent to change name, which was filed on June 17th, 2020.
Okay, I'll take judicial notice of that.
All right. And Corbin is not a registered sex offender, is he?
No,
And he doesn't have a criminal history, does he?
no,
Okay. Now, other than the, as far as, well, Your Honor, I'd also ask the court to take judicial notice of the affidavit of service, which was filed on January 27th, 2021.
I'll take judicial notice of that and take judicial notice that he was served in the Dallas County Jail on December 8th, 2020.
All right. And we'd ask the court to take judicial notice that he has not filed an answer.
I'll take judicial notice of that.
All right. And has Mr. Bug had any kind of relationship with his children?
no,
Okay. And for a fact, he's not in the military, correct?
correct.
And you also know that he is currently, he was bonded out from the Dallas County Jail, but his bond was revoked, correct?
Correct.
And so he's, as far as you know, his last known mailing address is the Dallas County Jail, 111 West Commerce Street, Dallas, Texas, 75202, correct?
That is correct.
Your Honor, I'd rest and ask that you grant the name change to, as pled, and change Corbin Taylor Bug's name to Corbin Taylor Lutz.
All right, well, based on the testimony, I'll grant the petitioner's request and change the name to Corbin Taylor Lutz.
And Your Honor, I have a proposed order prepared, which I will e-file with the court, along with a non-military declaration and a certificate of last known address and this cause number.
All right, very good.
If you want to proceed on 7627.
This is cause number 2020L 7627, in the interest of Kaylee Joe Bug. And let me have everybody announce who's here. Ms. Baker.
Yes, my name is Dana Baker. I represent the petitioner, Karen Lutz.
Okay, and Ms. Lutz, if you'd identify yourself.
My name is Karen Lutz.
Okay, and again, Ms. Lutz, let me get you to raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
All right, you may proceed.
Okay. Are you the mother of Kaylee Jo Bug?
Yes,
And you are seeking a name change for Kaylee Jo Bug to Kaylee Jo Lutz so that all of your children have the same name, correct?
correct.
And Your Honor, I would ask the court to take judicial notice of the fact that of the affidavit of service in which Billy Joe Bug was served in the Dallas County Jail and that he has not filed an answer.
I'll take judicial notice of that.
Okay, and when you filed this petition, you and your children resided in Austin County, Texas, correct?
Correct.
And there's a prior order in Collin County, Texas, correct?
Yes,
And that's cause number 219-535-64-2008, correct?
yes,
And Kaylee Jo Bug has filed a consent to the name change, which was filed with this court on June 17th, 2020, correct?
yes,
And Your Honor, I would ask the court to take judicial notice of the child's consent to name change.
I will take judicial notice of that.
Okay, and Kaylee isn't a registered sex offender, is she?
no,
And there have been and there's no criminal history of Kaylee, correct?
correct.
And as far as relationship with Mr. Bug, it's not existent, correct?
Correct.
And so do you feel like this name change is in the best interest of your child?
Yeah,
And you ask the court to change your child's name to Kaylee Jo Lutz as
Yes.
pled. I rest, Your Honor.
All right, so based on the testimony, I will grant the petitioner's request in order that the child's name will be changed to Kaylee Jo Lutz.
All right, thank you, Your Honor. And for the record, Mr. Bug is not, in this cause number, Mr. Bug is not in the military and his last known address is the Dallas County Jail where he was served.
Got about another minute or so until 4:30, and then we'll do the next one.
and you can say it Karen Lutz. I just say it's the, wait, it's a German. It's Karen Lutz,
Lutz, okay.
but it's,
Karen,
yeah, Karen Lutz is what they call me, but.
okay.
I don't mind how did you say it? Let's
Okay.
is fine.
Let's is fine.
Yeah, let's will work fine. It's the German.
Okay. Well, I want to be right, so let's just try.
I've had my boss coming, Lutz.
Lutz.
And I'm like, you can just say Lutz.
Okay.
That's a lot of that.
Okay, and I meant to bring the case in with me, and I forgot to do it. But since this one's not a default, there's what about 7 or 8 factors to change the name.
Name, properly cited. What's in the order? I mean, I get consented, a child, date of birth, resident.
Like I said, since we have another minute, I could probably go pull it up real quick. But I know there have been some cases that talk about changing the name of a child.
Okay.
And there's about, I want to say 7 or 8 factors to go through. So it may be good on this one just to.
Let me Google on the computer real quick and I'll.
Okay. Well, you look that real quick and let me see if I can find it real quick.
Okay. All right. Thanks. I don't know. Mm.
If you didn't find it, I found either a case or I could
Found a
fax this.
case that talks about some factors, but it didn't list things that had to be.
Let me just, like I said, we can fax this to you if you want, but there's, it's whether the change of name would best avoid embarrassment, inconvenience, or confusion, whether it'd be more convenient or easier for the child to have the same name as the parent, whether the changed name would help identify the child as part of a family unit, the length of time the surname has been used, parental misconduct, the degree of community respect associated with the name, whether the name will positively or adversely affect the bond between the child and other parent, the child's preference, and the age and maturity of the child. So
I don't, my fax number has changed, so I don't think that'll work, but it could be emailed. Let me see. I didn't have a pen, but I can grab it real quick if you want to reread that, and I'll take some quick notes.
Or can you just, can you just Google or whatever
Yes.
electronic service you have to look up cases, you could probably just look up this case.
Okay.
Is that just as easy? The case is M like Mary, C like Charles, F like Frank, 121 Southwest 3rd, 891.
Yep. Hold on. Thank you. Can you see me? I can't see you. I'm trying to see if I can. Too far. Hold on. Here we go. And then it's
While you're looking, can I read something while you're looking at the same time?
yes, it's loading.
Okay, because just, something else is there's commentary about changing the name, and they say that the parents' interests or desires are only secondary considerations in determining whether to order the change of the name. So they,
Okay.
If it was ever appealed, they're going to want to sort of see. And again, these factors are like, it's like you don't have to prove every one of them, but the more you can get the testimony about, the better.
Yeah. Okay, I've got it.
We haven't got started. Like I said, it may be good just to get some testimony about as many of those as you can.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so I'm going to mute myself for a minute.
Okay. Hold on a second. I'm gonna find it again. Okay, I see it right here. Every time I shrink it so I can see you.
All right, well, whenever you're ready, it's past 4:30 and he hadn't joined, so.
Okay. One second, I lost it. Okay.
Or does Calvin have a fax machine that works?
No, I don't know. Hold on. I had it. I just lost my place in the. Okay, sorry. Let me get it back there. Best interest. Here we go. Yeah, here it is. Can can you see me?
I can.
Okay, because I can't see you, so I'm just gonna assume you see me when I ask questions.
Yeah. Okay, so you ready?
I'm ready, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so let me start the recording again here. All right, so this is cause number 2020L7628 in a matter of the name change of Natalie Sky Lutz Kelsey. And Ms.
All right.
Baker, if I can get you to announce.
My name is Dana Baker, and I'm here on behalf of Karen Lutz, who is the petitioner in this case.
Okay, and Ms. Lutz, if I can get you to announce your name.
My name is Karen Lutz.
Okay, and I'll get you to raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, you may proceed, Ms. Baker.
All right, Your Honor, just to make it part of the record, the respondent, Jason Kelsey, has filed an answer, and he was provided notice of the hearing I contacted the Rocheron unit, or the prison unit he's in Rocheron, Texas, spoke with the law library, and they said the only way to give him notice would be to use an email that they provided me. I will file with the court a copy of the email that was sent accordingly. So he has received notice. And then I would like to proceed. Are you now,
I'll tell you, just before we get started,
yes.
I know that you'll e-file that notice, but for right now, why don't you just put on the record the day and the time that Mr. Kelsey was sent that email notifying him of the hearing today.
Okay. All right. Your Honor, I sent on March 29th. The timestamp is 5:17 p.m. I don't know if that's completely accurate, but I do know that the day of March 29th, he was sent notice. Notice was sent to Crystal Wagner, who is the secretary and who at the prison unit he's in, and her email address is CHRYSTAL.WAGNER @tdcj.texas.gov. She was sent an email along with the Zoom link and notice for the hearing at 4:30.
All right, so we'll just take judicial notice that it's now 4:45 and Mr. Kelsey has not joined the Zoom hearing. So Ms. Baker, you may proceed.
All right. You're the mother of Natalie Sky Lutz Kelsey, correct?
Yes,
And she's one of 3 children in your family, correct?
yes,
And it's her personal desire to have for her name to drop the Kelsey from her name, correct?
yes.
And does having that last name cause her some embarrassment?
yes.
Okay. And does she have any relationship with Jason Charles Kelsey?
No,
And he's currently in prison, correct?
yes,
And he's been in prison for approximately 4 years at this point, correct?
yes.
What is he in prison for?
Assault with a deadly weapon, I believe.
Okay. And he's not, according to the length of his sentence, he's not scheduled to be released from prison for another 8 or 9 years.
Correct.
Okay. So unless he's paroled, he probably won't be out of prison before she turns 18, correct?
Yes,
And let me see. Does having a last name different from her siblings cause confusion in your family?
yes,
Does she attend public school?
yes,
And are you basically the only parental figure in her life?
yes,
And would it help with family harmony and her and just and in terms of identity that her name be changed to Natalie Sky Lutz?
yes.
Okay. Now also she's resided with you in Austin County, Texas prior to filing this petition for name change, correct?
Yes,
And she is 10 years or older and has consented in writing to the name change, correct?
yes,
And she's not required to register as a sex offender, is she?
no,
And so that basically, just to summarize, you're seeking the name change because one, she wants it, correct?
yes,
One, you want it, correct?
yes,
And it would help create a cohesive family unit and that all of you want to share the last name Lutz, Lutz, correct?
yes,
And it's not an attempt at parental alienation to change his name, correct?
correct.
You're just doing that because there is no relationship and there's not likely to be a relationship because of his incarceration. Is that correct?
Yes,
And in addition to seeking the name change, You would also have grounds to terminate his parental rights if we were going that route, correct?
Yes,
And do you feel like this name change would be in her best interest?
yes,
And so are you asking the court to to grant the relief you've requested and to change her name to Natalie Sky Lutz, Lutz?
yes.
We'll rest, Your Honor, unless you have any further questions for Ms. Lutz.
Okay, so for Ms. Lutz, there's currently a order about the parent-child relationship between Mr. Kelsey and the child.
Yes,
And does Mr. Kelsey have any rights to the child in that order?
He would have can I refresh her memory, Your Honor?
Yes.
So if you see here, he has the rights only the rights that you are a sole managing
Yeah.
conservator, right?
right.
So he has very limited rights and duties as a
Correct.
non-possessory conservator.
All
Is
right,
that
so
correct? Let me
so
see.
does,
Let me help. So the only rights that he has is if during a period of possession, he would have rights to consent to medical and dental care and the right to direct their moral and religious training, the duty of care and the duty to support, correct?
Yes,
And all the other rights are exclusive to you.
yes,
And if you look at the possession order that was granted, it says on page 7 of 19 that respondent shall not have access to the child, correct?
correct.
So at the time that the original orders were entered, he's not to have any kind of access unless he comes to court to modify it, correct?
Correct.
And he's also enjoined from coming in with 500 feet of your premises, correct?
Correct.
And he's also enjoined from interfering in any way with your possession of the child or taking or retaining possession of the child, correct?
Correct.
And he's also enjoined from coming within 500 feet of her school or daycare facility, correct?
Yes,
All right, Your Honor. Uh-oh.
You're muted, Judge.
yeah, so Ms. Lutz, just want to make sure you understand that changing the child's name will not change any of the rights that Jason Charles Kelsey has to the child.
yes, I understand.
Okay. All right, well then, based on the testimony, I will order that the child's name is changed as pled for and find that's in the best interest of the child.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you.
will get appropriate orders to you probably tomorrow.
Very good.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Okay, bye.